Well, Riley, it's thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. And I wish we were talking under better circumstances.
Oh, I know. Thank you for having me. I'm definitely super sad. I'm a very competitive person, especially with myself. So I didn't see me leaving the house week 2, but I got to play Big Brother, so I can't complain.
Now that you've been able to decompress for just a little bit, um, how's your feeling so far about the whole experience?
It was definitely a very unique, special experience that, not very many people have. And
Yeah.
I'm super lucky to have been able to spend the amount of time I did in the Big Brother house. I've met so many people, created lifelong bonds, and it's definitely really tough in there. I learned a lot about myself.
Now, looking back, I know again you've only had a short time to think about things, but looking back at your game, what do you think your biggest mistake was? I mean, do you look back and say, maybe I shouldn't have won that HOH?
I definitely went into this game not planning on taking the first HOH,
Yeah.
but I am a competitor, so when I see a challenge, I want to win it. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. It was something I had never obviously experienced before, so I just had to adapt as I could. And ultimately, I knew the repercussions of having that first HOH and that target that would put on me.
Now, talking about the repercussions, you know, uh, Heisem made his veto speech, and that set off a lot of nerves in the House. I mean, you may have not been able to see everything, but people didn't take too kindly to the tone and kind of the way, the directness, and how he. How do you feel? How did you feel about it at the time? Because obviously, it hit you emotionally that he was so direct.
It was definitely a wild card. I don't think anyone was really expecting it, but Heisem is a very honest person, and he was vocal about that in the beginning that that's how he was going to play his game. So Heisem is entitled to do what he feels he needs to do best for his game, and I respect him nonetheless. All up to Heisem. I hope he goes far.
Now, what you may not know is because of that speech, the other side of the House was considering keeping you because they didn't like, the tone and everything and how, and especially with the alliance so far, they didn't like the fact that it was basically his way or the highway. So all through the week, the House was flipping back and forth, and there was a plan to save you. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely fighting. People were starting, the gears were turning after that veto meeting, I think. People
Yeah.
were starting to rethink things. And I wanted to extend the olive branch to people and, in hopes that they would trust me. I'm a woman of my word. I really did mean it when I say I would love to work with other people, especially Izzy, Sari, and Felicia.
Yeah.
So I almost had it, but again, it is their game and their decision, and it was very dangerous. So I wasn't surprised at the up and down about it.
Now, would you be surprised to learn that Heisem tried to form an alliance with Jag and Blue?
No, I'm not super surprised. I know that that was something that Jag and Blue had honestly mentioned. And I think that was early on. I don't know if he attempted again later on and I just didn't know about it, but I could see him doing that for sure.
Now, we saw a really strong bond evolve between you and Jag. I mean, completely different worlds to some degree. I mean, we all have things in common with each other more than we have different, but you guys from different worlds and everything. Why do you think you guys connected so strongly? I mean, it must be more than just the juggling, right?
He's a really bad juggler. I just, when you feel someone's good energy, you just feel it. And Jag and I hit it off right away. I mean, he was my best friend immediately. It felt like we'd known each other for years, and I'm so lucky to have even have had the time I had with him.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about Big Brother. It's just people from all different walks of life, and it's one big melting pot, and you just
Yeah.
create these amazing bonds. So I can't wait to be friends after.
Now, obviously, you learned about the connection between Sari and Jared. Looking back, was there any clues at all that there's might be something going on between the two of them, or are they hiding it pretty well?
They totally got me. I mean, I couldn't even believe it when Julie told me, and my jaw hit the floor. They are playing that so well. I mean, you got Suri on one side, you got Jared on the other side,
Yeah.
feeding each other information. It's beautiful. I remember having conversations with Jared about just how much I love Suri and Felicia. And I was like, oh my gosh, like Mama Sarita and Mama Felicia are like our mothers, like our real mothers. And he was like, I know, right? I'm like, man, he really played that off well. I'm proud of them. If they can keep it up, they'll go far.
Now, what do you think that Jag and Blue, they were basically your closest allies in the house. What do you think they need to do next to, keep themselves alive in the game?
I would say Matt included, Jag, Blue, and Matt were my closest alliance.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And, I told them before I left to maybe pull Sari in. I think that would be helpful for them, just knowing what I know now
Right.
about her connection to Jared. I think she's also feeling like she might end up on the outs with her alliance just because she fought so hard for me this week. But I think that they definitely need to start working with somebody on the other side.
Now I'm gonna let you get a little get back here, but heart to heart, who would you like to see follow you out of the house next, or is this a given?
I think that my plan, if I were to have stayed in the house, was to backdoor Heisem.
Yeah.
And I was pretty vocal about that. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Well, that was part of this plan to save you, is that, again, they're thinking of backdooring Heisem. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. But once again, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today. It was great. All the best in the future for you. And can't wait to see you on the finale. You probably have a lot to say at that time for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the rest of the season. I'm so excited for them. They're all wonderful people. I wish them all the best. Thank you.
Well, take care, Reilly. And it was great watching you on the show. I thought you brought a lot of energy. And again, we need those kind of competitors on the show for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John.
Great. Take care. Have a great day.